अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन, मैं हूं आपका दोस्त, आपका होस्ट आसिम शहजाद और आप देख रहे हैं प्रोग्राम दियार-ए-खास। Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Diyaar-e-Khaas as today's interview will be conducted in English only. So today's special interview is going to be conducted only for the people who want the second citizenship. So let's come to know what is the second citizenship and how does it work. Good afternoon, Mr. Nicholas.
Good afternoon, sir.
I should call you Nick, you don't mind?
Please call me Nick.
So Nick, could you please tell me what does it mean, the second passport?
Second passport is, of course, a travel document which represents the citizenship, which is the fundamental reason for having the second passport. The point of this is to facilitate travel, facilitate international business, and really turn the holder of that passport into a global citizen, because they have, at that stage, multiple citizenships. So what we do is help clients to obtain additional citizenships beyond the ones that they were born with.
So second citizenship means is already about the UK passport, or is it somewhere else country?
No, we're talking about other countries. So we're a Caribbean company. We're based in the Caribbean islands in Grenada and Nevis, and we're fully licensed by 5 different Caribbean governments. These are countries in the West Indies which are members of the British Commonwealth, and to be precise, they're Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts Nevis, and St. Lucia. Well, these are the 5 countries in the Caribbean where we're authorized immigration agents. We also work with a number of other countries in the Pacific, which would be at the moment Vanuatu, Nauru, and Sao Tome, which is the newest program. And yes, we help all kinds of clients to obtain second citizenships. They're people from all over the world, first world countries, third world countries. Everybody needs a plan B these days.
So any passport holder from any nation around the world, they can have this kind of passport, right?
Yes, subject to a few sanctioned nations and restricted nations, depending on the country they're applying to.
Is there any program we need to do that, or is it a special study for that, or is it just simple, just pay the money and that's all?
Well, it's based on investment, so it's creating a nexus to the country based on the investment. And that investment is usually in real estate, or it's a donation to an NGO which supports development in the specific country that the client is applying to.
Okay, Angrid, could you please tell to our viewers that what is the program? What are the requirements? Any nationality they can apply, as Mr. Nick informed to us, that any nationality around the world, around the globe, the people they can apply for the second citizenship. So how much money do they have to invest and buy the passport?
Well, yes, that's correct. So basically, all the nations are open for the program, unless those who are sanctioned, who are in a blacklist, sanctioned in other countries too. So basically, yes, and well, if speaking about the amounts, so it's, let's say, starting with the $200,000.
So is it $200,000 we need to invest in their country, or we need to put in the bank, or in what kind of currency value, or what is the asset? How do we show the money?
Well, you have to, there are options. There are for example, there's in some countries, in some Caribbean jurisdictions, there are national in development funds where the applicant, the person who is willing to obtain the second citizenship will be paying to support the nation, to support the country, to increase the
support in which sense? Like we need to deposit the money into the bank, or we have to invest some projects, or in what sense should they invest?
For example, in Grenada, there is a National Transformation Fund which is used for constructing the roads, improving the infrastructure, and creating new jobs. So, and overall, improving the financial situation of the country and helping them to develop.
So people living in UAE, especially in Dubai, if anyone is interested to buy a second passport, so how they can send their money, how can they apply? So should they have to come to you? You are the one who will lead them how to do it. So what are the requirements do you need, and what documents do you require for them?
Also, I would like to add, following my previous reply, so there are also real estate option where the client may choose to invest into, for example, international resort hotels and investing into such projects or purchasing the property.
So as per my understanding, what I understood, either you can invest in real estate, or you can invest in any property buying, or any project, or you can also deposit into government.
Yeah, it's a donation. It's a donation into fund.
Donations will never return back, but real estate will give you return.
Well, there are different options, yeah, but they're also providing, for example, in some projects, you have to hold, or there is a minimal period of time you have to keep the property. After 5 or 7 years, depending on the project, you may sell it.
Now, my audience, my people who wants to know that you are offering Greece also. So could you please tell me if we dedicated for the Greece, because Greece is part of Europe, right? So if someone wants to apply for the Greece, so what are the documents they are required, and what are the money in kind of wealth, in kind of real estate, and where they need to invest? Could you please elaborate more easy way to know the people how do they invest and how to get the second passport?
Okay. Well, the important thing to notice in Greece, what we can offer is a golden visa, which is not the same as a passport. It's more like a golden visa here in Dubai. So it comes with a right of residence, but there's no obligation for the person to spend much time in Greece. There's no obligation, in fact, to spend any time in Greece. They just have to visit. And it's important that they make an investment. Most clients choose to make an investment in real estate, and the minimum is normally 300,000 euros. There are a few projects which have a special dispensation, or because they're outside the most popular areas, where you can invest 250,000 euros and still qualify for the golden visa. And the golden visa is valid for 5 years. Yes, for 5 years. And of course it can be renewed.
So the golden visa in Greece is unlike Dubai, 10 years, it's in 5 years, and it's going on and on, and you can renew it until unless your investment is there.
That is correct.
So the people who doesn't want to hire any consultant, so could you please furnish us, if without any consultant, how can you achieve the goals? Like anyone without any consultant, they can take the second citizenship, or it's very difficult to go in the line?
Well, not really, because the laws in the Caribbean require the agent to be an agent who submits the application.
It's a mandatory.
And also in Greece, you need a lawyer to walk you through the process, or a company like ours that works that's specialized in the field.
So could you please furnish to my audience that, Nick, about this lawyer? Why do we need a lawyer, and what is necessity of to be a lawyer there to put our case into immigration? Why is it so necessary?
I will pass your question to my colleague Ingrid, but she's a lawyer. She's going to.
So if we are talking about the Caribbean citizenship by investment programs, so this is settled by law. So it is stated in the law. There's a Citizenship Act in every jurisdiction saying that describing the process. So there's structure that any applicant willing to apply and get the second citizenship must get into contact and apply to a licensed agent.
So that is the mandatory. Like,
Yeah,
we cannot go directly.
Government, no.
Perfect. This is interesting. So now come to the let's come to the conclusion. I think all things we have cleared. Just keeping in mind, for example, someone is already there in Greece, or someone already there on a visit visa. Already he reached to that country. So can he apply directly by as he's already there, or no? It will not work.
Also, basically, it's the same situation there. So it's never clients apply themselves. So they always need a lawyer to prepare in a certain way the documents to do also the legal inspection of the property, because if the client chooses, for example, any property, he has to get the confirmation from land register saying that his property is free of any no banks involved, nothing. So it's property free for a purchase, and there's no issues with that. Also, now, because since last year the situation has changed in Greece, there was a new law was passed, so the minimum investment amount increased substantially in Greece in most of the territory in the large cities. So it came now in the large Athens, Thessaloniki, and all the larger cities, 800,000 the minimum, and in less populated places, so it's 400,000. But there is a specific, the law says, in case there is basically the government decided to improve the situation in Greece and in Athens and to remodulate the buildings to refresh the city and the country. So there's a specific article in the law that if the property is renovated, or it can be purchased with the minimum amount 250. So there are now projects with the person, the African, may apply and get the city Greek golden visa, purchasing property with just 250, even in Athens. And of course, for this complicated process, there's a need for the lawyer, because the client cannot.
Okay.
Even the submission of the documents are done always with the power of attorney signed by the client.
Okay, Angrid, last but not the least, if someone is already there and he doesn't have 250,000 euro to buy the golden visa or to go buy the golden citizenship, so if he has maybe 30,000, 40,000 euro and he wants to start from a small businesses, so is there any luck also the people who maybe they don't get the golden visa but they can settle down themselves even they have small amount?
Well, and if they are willing to apply for residency program, the minimum is they have to choose between those options, or purchasing the property of 250, or investing in the bank, for example, for time deposit, which is even more.
So
500,000.
So this is crystal clear that if you have 250,000 euro in your pocket, then you can apply for golden visa of Greece. जी बहुत शुक्रिया जी। नाज़रीन, अगर किसी तरह का किसी को कोई सवाल है, कोई क्वेश्चन है, वो नीचे कमेंट्स में लिख सकते हैं, हम आपका क्वेश्चन अमीन साहब तक पहुंचा देंगे। आज का प्रोग्राम यहीं ख़त्म करते हैं। बहुत उम्मीद करता हूं कि आपको काफ़ी इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली होगी और बहुत ऐसी फ्रूटफुल इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली होगी जो कि इमिग्रेशन के मसले आपके सारे तकरीबन हल करती होगी। तो किसी तरह का किसी को कोई भी क्वेश्चन करना है, वो नीचे कमेंट्स में अपना क्वेश्चन छोड़ सकते हैं, हम ज़रूर आपके कमेंट्स का जवाब देंगे और अप्लाई करेंगे। नहीं नाज़रीन, आज का प्रोग्राम यहीं ख़त्म करते हैं। इंशाल्लाह अगले प्रोग्राम में फिर हाजिर होंगे। तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़।